and we configure a backup DHCP and a backup DNS server. Any question? Any question? Hello?
Yes, sir, we're here.
Any question? Do you understand what I said? The assignment I gave to you.
I'm not sure I got the third step very much.
The third step?
Yes.
DC2, DC5. The third step will be in the third step. Go ahead and configure your and promote the DC2 to domain controller. That's the third step. Go ahead, promote your DC2 domain controller.
So I want to ask a question.
All right, question.
Maybe I missed some steps. Why do we need to back up DNS and DHCP? Why do we need a backup for them?
Backup is always for redundancy. Redundancy means this is a network of that is producing $1 million, $1 million naira or whatever for us every month or every day. You want to take the chance that electric surge can damage your server and then you'll be out of business for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 1 day just because you did not make a backup that can quickly replace the server if it goes down for any reason. You don't want to take that risk. So you want to mitigate against losing those services on the network. You want to back off so that if anything happens to the primary one and it goes down for any reason, whether due to internal error or external error or fuel hike or Buhari traveled, for any reason, you want to have a backup that will quickly step up and replace that one, and your business will continue like nothing happened. So the interview questions will be, what would you do to mitigate against loss of data or your network going down? You can call it anything, disaster, anything, but basically means going out of business because of
disaster recovery.
So backup will be one of the disaster recovery measures. So anything you back up, whether it's DHCP, DNS, whatever you back up is just for redundant. That's why we need to back. All right, questions? So you got the third step now. So by the time you are done third step, by the time you are done with the third step, what will happen? Then just follow the wizard. It will not allow you to, I've told you already, it will not allow you to configure the domain controller unless you intend to configure it as your secondary domain. That's all. Every other thing you already used to because you've done it. All right, so Oracle 5 input. The only thing I want to prove to you now is that our key that was not working is working now, and the reason it didn't work was because we cloned the bats. So let me just prove that. No, not focus. The phone is distracting. Okay, machine, input, keyboard, control, delete. What did you say? What's my password? Okay, so I didn't get the password right the first time. Input, keyboard, control, delete. So the same COVID. All right, so is our search working now? Set is working for that one. Is our search working now? Set is working for this. Okay. So we are good. We are good now. All right. So do we want to ping? You know that pinging will not work unless you have done your IP address. So no need to waste time. Let's quickly check our IP address. Local server. Same thing here. Local server. So what do we have here? 192.254.110. What do we have here? Multiple. So we have to configure multiple. All right. So we have to configure this anyway. From the first experience, we know. Okay. Let's not say we know. Let's find out which one is machine setting. Adapter 1 is host only. Adapter 2 is now. All right. So adapter 1 host only. So configure this. Copy this. IP version 4. Copy. It's here now. So why is it not showing it? Okay, so it's already configured. So why is it not showing here? There a refresh button. Refresh will be local server. Okay, let's just go ahead and configure. IP version 4 properties. Use the following. What did we do? 192.254 does this. 127.0.0 means use myself as DNS server. Don't use any other one. That's the meaning of this. Self internal using. So this is good. Close. This is not. Let's just see that it's dynamic. Yeah, dynamic. Should be good. So this is how to assign IP address. But it should show here. Why is it not showing here? Is it because we cloned or
maybe when we restart our system to come up?
I think it's because we cloned. Hello, sir. I think it's because we cloned. If we change the IP address of the other one, I believe it won't show multiple again. The IP address of VC2.
Yeah, that might be right. Let's change it. But they are not two independent systems, though. They are two independent. The option with unless we forgot to click that option, we should have clicked the option of give it a unique MAC address, a separate MAC address.
I think we did
They are
that.
now two independent systems. But again, I mean, you never can. Okay.
So I could remember the first one we changed the IP address. We had to restart the system before the IP address could come up.
Okay, maybe. But just to fulfill righteousness. Who are these people that keep coming at this time? So let's just change this to, because the original one has 10 anyway. So even if this one remains 10 and it's independent, then there'll be conflict because an IP address is already 10. So you cannot, and that one is supposed to be 10. So that was conflict actually. It was just conflict. Just restarting, that guy was right. The first guy was right. Restarting this one will resolve the conflict. I mean, giving this one a new IP address will resolve the conflict because 10 will not be available to assign to first one back. And then the second one is also right. The second answer is also right because if we shut down both systems and restart both systems, then the DHCP will now reassign fresh IP address, and then so both answers are right. But it's not just about trying error; it's now about understanding why they are right, so we can apply that same knowledge somewhere else confidently. We are both right. So by the time now that we have an explanation, now I'm sure I know, or I don't know. I'm sure that by the time we start resolving, but again, it's all part of the lens. No, it's taking our time. We're not doing whatever we meet on the way of the read. All right, so we're starting this one. Let's also start that one. And if our explanation is correct, then we have done the two possible things we can do to make them resolve. We're loading DC5 and now we're loading DC. All right, so do you understand the assignment? The assignment is for you to go ahead by yourself and create a backup, a secondary domain controller. And then on that secondary domain controller, the note that I will send to you now, I'll also give you how to configure that secondary domain controller to become your backup DNS as well as a backup DHCP. Then after you have practiced it, then we'll do it together again. There's a call I need to make this evening to find out if I'll be available tomorrow. If I'm available tomorrow, I'll paste the link and then we'll meet tomorrow. Otherwise, it may not be tomorrow.
So, may I ask a question?
Yes.
I noticed that the default gateway, we didn't input the IP address in it. Why was it empty?
Okay. Default gateway? Where is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
The first machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come to that. Let me just give me one second. Impute. You show me again. Okay, on the first machine, this is 5. Is it this one?
Yes, this is 5.
So you are saying
I'm not able to.
Default gateway. At the configuration place, let's go there.
Yes, at the IP. Yeah.
Okay. IP version 4 property. Prefer DNS.
Yes, the default gateway.
Where's the default gateway? Okay, here. Okay. But you know that networks, LANs do not need default gateway to operate. Default gateway will be if it was going out of the LAN to an external network. This is the route you should take.
Yeah, that's true.
So for LAN purposes, if you don't input it, it will still work. Well, I'm just using the previous configuration to tell you that this is how it works. But in any case, we can still go ahead.